You think you're reacting, but you've practiced this before. Same trigger, same thought, same reaction. Your brain already knows what you're about to do. You've been here before. Same situation, different day, same response. That's not coincidence. That's conditioning. Welcome to the Reset with Michael Eatman. Clarity under pressure. This is where we learn how to think clearly and lead well when everything feels urgent, and in today's world, everything feels urgent. You ever argue with your own mind like this? It's not that serious. What if it is, though? It'll work out. What if it doesn't? That's not confusion. That's your brain running competing predictions when you're underneath pressure. You're not reacting in real time. You're matching patterns you've already learned. And what so many people miss is this: you're not reacting. You're executing a pattern. Here's the loop. There's a trigger, there's a thought, there's a feeling, and then a reaction. And it happens so fast because it's familiar. Your brain doesn't stop to decide. It predicts, then confirms. Your brain is beautifully designed for efficiency, not accuracy, not growth, efficiency. It would rather be predictable than correct. And what's repeated starts to feel like identity. So the more you run a pattern, the faster you access it. And under pressure, you don't lose the ability to think clearly, you lose access to clarity. So let's slow it down just a little bit. You send a message and don't get a response immediately. They're ignoring me, you say. I said something wrong. This always happens to me. That thought creates a feeling. Tension, frustration, anxiety, and then there's the reaction. You follow up too quickly. You over-explain or you shut down. That entire sequence was automatic. So how do you interrupt it? We've been talking about this all month long. Pause, notice, and choose. Pause slows the system down just enough to interrupt that automatic response. Notice allows you to say, what am I feeling? What story am I telling myself? Where do I feel this in my body? When you name it, you create space. Then choose, not based on the first thought, please, but based on what's actually true. You don't need better thoughts. You need access to the ones you already have. And access returns when you regulate the speed. This is where so many get stuck. They see the pattern really clearly, but they don't replace it. Awareness alone does not change behavior. Replacement does. So you have an old thought. I'm being ignored. Use a new response. I don't have enough information. Here's an old thought. I messed this up. New response. I'm learning how to respond differently. You have an old thought. This always happens to me. New response. This feels familiar, but I can choose differently. You're not forcing positivity. You're choosing accuracy. So the next time the internal argument shows up, and it will, don't solve it right away. Interrupt it. Pause it. Name it. Then choose a different response. Even if it feels small, that's how patterns shift. You're not your pattern. You're the one who can interrupt it, though. You're not stuck. You're practiced. And what's practiced can be changed. Not all at once, but one interruption at a time. And once you interrupt it just once, you create a new option. If you want the exact reset tool that I use, DM me, reset, and I'll send it to you.